Good evening, ain't it? Yeah, good evening. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Had to get some stuff together. What's good with y'all? Y'all, I'm surprised. I'm energized. I'm not even gonna lie. I am energized. Not super up, but like still high up on energy. Even though I had to work today, of course. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? It is Tuesday. As I set this up, yes, we are live. We are live. We are getting started. And then as we set that up, everything working smoothly. Okay. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we straight. Okay. Video tool. Yeah. Disclaimer right here. Yeah. All right. Disclaimer. The videos presented here are for informational purposes only, and therefore, if you are to choose to attend the institution, please do your own research and consult with a specialist at the institution you are interested in. I am not a financial aid specialist, academic advisor, or representing any institution. Okay? Speaking on behalf of Creator, Henry is only speaking from his experience. Let's go. Or as I say, let's rock out. So we got a few things we can talk about, something that's gonna help you. Because a lot of you higher education students out here, or college students, out here are making life pretty complicated sometimes. But it ain't about that right now. We ain't gonna get into that right now. Y'all can see me. Oh, wait. I think I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. Give me a few seconds. We should be connected now. I could tell we wasn't moving that smooth as we is. So now we should be able to run smooth. But yeah. So let's go. So my first thing. Does politics span higher education? In other words, does politics span college? Or to get more thorough, does politics span universities? Or does it span community colleges? Why am I asking this question? Seems a little rhetorical, but very good question. I asked this question because, well, first, I learned about a theory, first and foremost. I'm getting back on my theory journey because of a class I'm in. I learned that theories, they have higher education theories, for one. But they also have, like, of course, the political, cultural theories, and gender theory. It's like a lot of theories. The list goes on. It's like 8 of them, right? And so the reason I talk about it is because I really didn't know that politics was embedded in. I'm scratching my leg. I gotta be about mosquito, y'all. I didn't know politics were embedded in education. Apparently, apparently agenda based. So, for example, if you are in Florida, as I like to use Florida as an example, could be in Georgia too, but definitely in Florida. Florida is a Republican state, which means they carry a Republican agenda for higher education, probably K through 12 as well, but specifically higher education right now. And they carry a agenda that's like, look, we got to keep it Republican, we got to keep it far right. And then it has me wondering about the left. Does like democratic states, right? Do they have an agenda to keep the education very left? And so, and I started thinking about it. I'm thinking like that kind of makes sense because in Florida, if I'm not mistaken, you can't do critical race theory. You can't do certain histories. You can't do certain research, you know. And then if you go to a democratic state, which will have a democratic institution, a college, you can do critical race theory. You can research. You can conduct researches pertaining to minorities and disadvantaged background individuals. You can do all those left wing things. And I never paid attention to it until literally like now. Like not now, but like in this year per se. But I used to speculate it, but now it's really like a thing, you know? It's something that we don't talk about, guys. Remember, like it's described, started 2-year college and Bristol 4-year college. Started 2-year college and Bristol 4-year. Politics being in higher education is a unique situation. Because you think about all the things that are going on now with the current administration or beforehand when we had Joe Shiesty and them. And so, man, conversations that's needed and I'm alone, right? Coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. Have somebody on here. Have somebody on here. Don't worry, guys. This is torture right now, I know, for some people. But, hey, man, when you love someone, you see the vision, you just like, look, protect that circle, man. Look. So the first one that I wanted to definitely talk about, which one was it? Let me see this here. It says, do I want to talk about that? Let me see. Is that the one? Yeah. So if you've been following us, you know that we've been talking about everything going on in the current administration. From everything, from the Trump administration, from the international students not being able to enroll in United States universities or colleges, pertaining to what else that's been going on. They've been the One Big Beautiful Bill. They've been like how they took away the grad plus loans. They put caps on things, the public service loans. You can't get your public service loan forgiven if you are going against the administration in some form or fashion, really. Especially if it come in regards to DEI. They took away DEI, but let's not forget, like years ago, before I started live streaming, they took away affirmative action. That had got passed. That happened years ago, though. That was under, I think, that was something that got passed. But they took away affirmative action in higher education. And so many people might not know what that is because they took it away if you're new in college. But we've been covering this stuff, right? And so now, right here, it says, per Chronicles Higher Education. They said right here, is this fall semester drop in international students a blimp or a sign of things to come? So it says visa backlogs caused by a 3-week suspension of student interviews in late spring. Visa backlogs caused by a 3-week suspension of student interviews in late spring. So like the spring that just passed. Well, we just had a summer semester, but now like spring. Spring is from July to May usually. Unless you're on a quarter system, it's a little different, but spring. January to May. And so interviews in late spring. It says are the prime cause of current declines. It says, but unlike that last minute hurdle, the new international admission season begins with headwinds such as social media vetting and visa crackdowns. It says social media vetting and visa crackdowns already established. It says, will proactive students earlier in their planning process skip the United States and apply to study in other countries? So, all right, the thing that took away from me that was highlighted in that was that students, I see that? I thought it was going to be smooth. Students skipping the United States. If they can't get into the United States to study at our institutions, will they go to other places and study? Now, I'm not G, as I like to say, I'm not G global yet to really tell you how other schoolhouses are in different countries, but I do know for sure we have great schoolhouses in America. We do. That's why people come to our country to study here. But we're also expendable when it comes to education. This gives other schools an opportunity to showcase their education system. I've been noticing a trend on LinkedIn. I've been noticing a trend from my higher ed peers A lot of people who are not agreeing with what's going on in the current administration right now, Americans are choosing to go study in different countries versus studying here. It's been a good pattern. I know it's always been going on, but it seems like it's going on a little more. Excuse me, y'all. It seems like it's been going on a little more. A lot of people are studying outside the country. A lot of people are going to different countries to study. Americans. So do I believe that students, prospective students, like, we gotta think, these ain't just students who are coming from different countries. These are students who are coming from here. And students from different countries. Like if I can't go here, I'll just stay home and go to school. You know, or they might do what I think they can do, but I don't know, because that'd be hard for them to do. They'll probably just do their undergraduate and then try to wait for a new administration to come in where it's easier to get in and go to school. But this approach is very it's an interesting one. And we got an article to it. I think we got one article to it. Let me see. Let's see, guys, if we got an article. Yeah, we got an article. It says why this is the most damaging time to restrict student visas. So right here, this was back in June 4th. But recently I just did a post. Not a post, but recently we just live streamed and talked about like Trump wanted 600,000 Chinese students. Recently, he wanted 600,000 Chinese students. And it came as a surprise to everybody because it was so like, what, why? And then we've been following, though, like we said, we've been following it. The reason, my strategic belief or theoretical belief is that Trump said he wants the 600,000 students now because it's too late for students to get enrolled into college now. At most schools now, it's too late, at least in America, it's too late. So him lifting that up, saying, oh, y'all can come go to school now, is like, now we can't even come and go to school here. We can't go over there and go to school now. It's too late. So, but my thing is, if you are a student and you are trying to come to school in America and it's been real hard for you, my thing is you can try to get in that mini semester. Some schools have mini semesters if you're still trying to get in. But I do feel like that was a strategic thing because there's no coincidence that when schools started, when they had first day of class, and it was official, like you can't drop an ad no more, all that good stuff, you got to go to school. And then, or you're not going to school, but you can't really enroll no more students. It's too late. It's the cutoff because you got to start the classes. Classes are going. They got to wait. If anything, they got to wait to spring. And so if they can't get in spring, they have to wait to next fall, which is fall 2026. So this article was written by Karen Fisker, if I say her last name right or her name right. It says why this is the most damaging time to restrict student visas. So it says the U.S. Department. I always read the top line. The U.S. Department of State's decision to halt the scheduling of all new student visa interviews has sent shockwaves across the college campuses and among students worldwide. Hey, Al. And so the singling, they're like singling because it's not signal. The singling out of international students and the lack of clarity about the direction of the suspension, which the State Department said it is needed to put in place a plan to screen all students' social media accounts, has fed the anxiety. If I said it right. It says, but a big part of the heartburn is the timing of the freeze. Here's why. Now, this was back in June. That's January. This was back in June 4th. They were in the summer, a start of summer, really. It was back in June. And so they were talking about how, like, the freeze came at a bad timing. Here's why. And then it says students can't apply for a visa until they are sent a document. Okay? Students can't apply for a visa until they are sent a document called an I-20. So I worked at higher education. I had to deal with I-20s, not me personally, but it was students who, let's just say it was students who, like, people, as students, when they're international, they don't have a, what we have here. Like, we have a social security card, which is like our identification. They don't have a social security card. So that I-20 suffice, if I say that word, suffices, or that's that word? Suffice? That's that right? Suffice. That I-20 does the job of replacing that social security they don't have, right? International students. And so it's issued by their college. And colleges send out I-20s after they have admitted students and confirmed they meet the certain requirements, like having sufficient funding to pay for their degree. It takes about 2 weeks for students to receive their I-20s, although the wait time could be longer or shorter depending on staffing and student volume. This is why I said, guys, look, let me tell you something. The Trump administration and Linda hit them. They hit colleges in the gut. They hit them in the gut. Like, really hit them in the, boom! They hit them in the gut. So, right here, when they're trying to get this I-20, pertaining to international students, they started with, okay, your school can't enroll international students, pretty much, in a simple way. They started with the Harvards, the Columbias, trickle effect. Started with all of them. And they're like, why? Why? Because what's been going on with Trump administration when they've been doing all this immigration stuff, right? So then when the Trump administration put a pause on the, how can I put it, guys? When they put a pause on the freezing of students being able to come here and get an I-20, that's a delay. So then you have to imagine if your school don't have enough staffing, but once again, schools have been cutting staff. Why? Because they've been having shortages on funding. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Schools been having shortages on funding already, right? That was the start, holding their money. He's been holding their money. He increased the tax. The Trump administration increased the tax endowments. Then you've been holding their research money. Then once you hold their research money, they got to do cuts because it messes up their budget. Higher universities already, you got international students at two-year colleges, but it's not as big as universities, because most international students are going to go to university. And so once you freeze the tuition, what we said, not freeze the tuition, I want that, but once you freeze the research or hold their research funding, right, then schools are not good with their money already, right? So then by them not being good with their money, they have to fix the budget. And then what that means? That means doing cuts, like we're gonna talk about with Uchicago. That means doing cuts. That means, and you gotta let some staff members go. And some schools have to let a lot of staff members go. And probably still letting some go, and they just not reporting it. That's the thing we have to consider. Some schools might not even be reporting how much staff they're letting go, firing, laid off. So when you do all of that, a student who's trying to get into university or school in a crunch time of summer to fall semester, like from June to August, they trying to make sure they can get all the international students in by then. And you got to think, a lot of schools are not working with technology to help push this through fast. I can tell you now, sometimes it's by email, base by base, like that. It's not like in a centralized place where they're tracking it all perfectly and pretty. Higher education is behind the curve on technology so much that I don't think it's funny. So, because it's dealing with government use and all that good stuff, right? And so, yeah. Higher education, universities in America definitely saw a big dip in their international students enrollment. They lost a lot of money this year, as far as like their international enrollment. So if you was a school that relied heavily on international enrollment or international funds, you lost a good portion of your revenue, which is why a lot of schools raised the tuition prices and contributed to it. States are already not paying enough money, right, to help fund schools to keep tuition prices the same. So when that happens, then you have unfortunate situations that happen because schools got to have money on the side, and a lot of schools don't have money on the side. So when that happened, guess what happened? You know, tuition got to get raised some more. Fees got to go up. Players are getting NIL money. Where you think that money comes from? They're probably not using the money from, like, they're probably not using the money they make from the games. Because I believe that, shoot, common sense, I would hope they got to split that money like 3 ways, like 2 schools going against each other on top of whoever's hosting it. And yeah, it probably like the money got to be split like 3 ways probably. So you got NIL money, the international revenue money being sliced, states not providing funds, and then NIL, they got to get paid. So it's like, where that money gonna come from? Universities are getting hit hard right now. That's why I do speculate. I don't think NILs will be around that long. I do feel like everybody should take advantage of it. But I don't know if universities can sustain the NIL era. I would hope they can, honestly, but I don't think they have the money to. I don't think they have the money to. You have to think about it. A lot of donors, a lot of people who donate money to a school, they go to all the same schools usually. It's not like everybody goes to a school and becomes somebody. Certain people go to the same schools. Like, if you think about Elon Musk and his crew, just using that as an example, they all went to Stanford. Like, them people who built PayPal, like, you gotta pay attention. They all went to Stanford. So those are like Stanford donors. Like, you don't have people who are going to like some place that's less like Stanford, like a UGA. Like, yeah, they produce millionaires and stuff, maybe some billionaires for sure, but they're not like compared to some other institutions like Harvard, Columbia, or Ivy Leagues who produce billionaires in a sleep. So some people gotta think about that. That's real life thinking right there. So that all goes back into the what we were just talking about. Like, does politics spend higher education? Yeah, politics spend higher education. I think it do. I believe it do now. Now that I'm learning so much more, I believe it does. Do I think that's a good thing? Nope. Don't know why politics are in education. It makes you think a little bit more. Now I see why they were upset. Now I see why they're saying, what is it called? They're saying colleges have a liberal education. They don't teach because politics are in education. I didn't know that. I was just going to college and learning, trying to learn something and think for myself. Well, I do think for myself, but trying to really just be like independent thinking. And apparently you could be getting indoctrinated. It's crazy. So with that, let's keep going. So Linda McMahon be going crazy. I don't care what nobody say. You know, some people don't even know who Linda is. People watch wrestling but don't know who Linda is. What are we doing, people? Like, people, we need to understand where we're living at right now. Like, you watching wrestling and you don't know who Linda is? Okay. That's all I can say. When you leave this live screen, you better know who Linda is. That's all I got to say. So Linda said, the One Big Beautiful Bill will expand access to the workforce training and career opportunities. What do I think about that? I don't know. Let's see what she says. She was on Fox 23 News. So Fox is definitely far right, and I don't mind it because we're nonpartisan. Apparently, that's all I don't ever see her really talking on like Bloomberg. They're considered left. But at the end of the day, they all playing the same cards. Like and subscribe, man. Like and subscribe. So I'm about to play this clip for y'all. Let me turn it up though. Oh, it's already turned up. Alright.
I think it is a paradigm shift in how we view education. I mean, when I was going through high school, you know, the goal was go to college. When my children were going through high school, the goal was to go to college. And I think now we have to look at the fact that college is not the panacea to guarantee a good income or a good vocation or a good avocation, because there's so many other ways that we can get to that goal. Short-term certificates in the Big Beautiful Bill Act, and thank you for getting that passed. There are really opportunities now to be able to get into the workforce sooner. Dual credentials like they do here at Vanguard, that you can actually get your high school diploma and at the same time you have got credits in a community college, to move forward. And so that schooling, those credits have been paid for because you're in a public school. You've also gotten those credits towards, your degree in the university or the community college. You can get out sooner. It's going to cost you less money and save you time.
She stole my slogan. I'm the one that say save time and money. Let me stop. Don't I be one not saying that first. One not the first one saying that. I was. It's cool. I definitely was the first person. I promise you. So Linda said her goal was to go to college. Her goal at her time, her goal was to go to college. Her parents wanted her to go to college. Her goal was to go to college. She said when her kids were born, it was her kids' goal to go to college. I want y'all to keep in mind, Linda McMahon is a billionaire. Whether y'all like it or not, whether I like it or not, it don't really matter what my opinion is. The facts are here. She's a billionaire. Her husband is, what's his name? Mr. McMahon? I just know Mr. McMahon. I don't even know his first name. I think it's Shane McMahon or something like that. I know he got some legal troubles, as all people in business for some reason got legal troubles. What's his name? Shane McMahon? I swear, I think. Yeah, Shane McMahon. Don't ask me why I know that. I don't know why I know that. No, it's not Shane McMahon. It's not Shane McMahon. Lord, that's his son, I think. I think that's his son. Hold on, parent. Yeah, that's his son. It's Vince McMahon. That's his name. Vince McMahon. So, matter of fact, I just came up on something. So, Vince McMahon is a billionaire. He's the founder of WWE Wrestling. And then, of course, y'all know Trump Mafia, Trump administration. They all linked up. They all, they all do this thing. It's all politics, man. Like, politics is embedded in education. People say they'll go to college, but, man, look at this. It's all going back to education. Why? I don't know how, but it's going back to. He has an estimated net worth of $3.4 billion. Come on. He went to college. Did he go to college? Vince McMahon education? Let me see if he went to college. You don't really got to go to college to start a wrestling business, but it's something to think about. They say he went to East Carolina University. He went to college. Does Vince McMahon have his degree? He graduated from East Carolina University with a business degree. Come on, man. And he was on wrestling. Getting DDT'd and all that on his head. He was wrestling. And so, yeah. He went to East Carolina University. He's a billionaire. Linda McMahon, we talked about her way beforehand. She got her bachelor's in French or something like that. Somebody should ask her, can she speak French fluently? Somebody should ask that question in the interview. It's just a simple question. And so, of course, if they married, she's worth $1 billion too, because they're still married, supposedly. So, then the thing about it, I'm gonna go to Stephanie McMahon, her daughter. She got a daughter. She said her goal for her kids was to go to college. So, did Stephanie McMahon go to college? Let's see. Yes, Stephanie McMahon went to Boston University. Not Boston College, Boston University. It's a difference. But she went. They said she started working for World Wrestling Federation at the age of 13 as a model for merchandise catalogs. After graduating from high school, she attended Boston University. She went to college. She went to college. She has a bachelor's degree in communications. She's using that every day because she's in wrestling. That's nothing but communications. Let's go to, what's his name? Her brother, her sibling. I guess I gotta go back. Let's go to Shane real quick. No? All right, let's go to Shane McMahon. I think he was a wrestler too. Yeah, he was a American businessman and a professional wrestler. Oh, where did he go to college? Did they got it on here? Oh, education. He went to Boston University as well. Interesting. People need to think about this. These are billionaires going to college. Why do billionaires make their kids go to college? Because these schoolhouses teaches you a way to become savvy with your knowledge, but bring different perspectives to help you become more unique. Not saying you're not unique, everybody is unique. But when you go to college, you learn that you're really different and more different when you can state your own opinion and think for yourself, which is part of academic freedom. So when you do that, that gives you a very unique mindset that can help you do live streams like this, create something new, and it just makes you pay attention. Like, if billionaires care about going to college and know that these education schoolhouses do something different, then we should too. We shouldn't be saying that, especially if you come from a family with no education, no degrees on the wall or anything, or certificates at least, you should be trying to go to college. Like, it should be a standard for you to get associate's, bachelor's degree. Standard. Like, you don't really need to go get a master's. That's just perfecting on perfecting, because you're spending countless hours of reading and perfecting the craft. But we really have to put a standardization on going to college, guys. YouTube University ain't cutting it no more. It's oversaturated. It's not the same, man. It never really was. I don't know who think that you can learn everything on YouTube. You can learn it, but you need to go get some letters behind you. That's just being real. YouTube University is not going to teach you everything. Because when you stand next to somebody who went to school, I guarantee you they're going to destroy you. Unless you one of one. And one of ones, just because you can see them on social media and the internet, that one of one might be across the country. That one on one might come up every 20 or 30 years. That they need to go to college. That's a rare breed. You know how you got people who don't got to practice in sports? My people out there, my athletes know this. You got people in jiu-jitsu, whatever. Like, you got people who don't need to practice. They can just do it. They can just do it. No practice, no prepping. They can just do it. I'm not that person. I got to practice. I got to prep a little bit. And so she even said something that stuck out to me. She said you can go to a 2-year college. You can get your college. She was trying to, hey, Al, she was trying to articulate it, but she didn't know how to put it. Like, you can, like, you know, did you hear Linda when she was talking?
Not really.
And she was trying to articulate, like, you can go to a community college and get college credits at a community college and take them to a university.
Oh, yeah.
She was trying to put that together, but she was stepping on it. She couldn't get it out. And so she was like, that, you know, like, you can take your credits and then go to university. But what she's saying is, I'm going to help Linda out. Because Linda, she got the right idea. They got the right message. You can go to a 2-year college, guys, and save a lot of money. And what Linda is referring to is the articulation agreement, as I like to say, pathways. And it's called the pathway agreement or articulation agreement. I like articulation agreement because it's more specific than a pathway agreement. And so she's saying that when you start at your 2-year, you can knock out your gen ed courses, man. And then really, guys, in some schools, you got to talk to your 2-year college, man. At some schools, you don't even have to get your associate's degree. You just got to knock out your gen ed and you can transfer to a university. That is life-changing information right there. It's not value right now, but it will grow in value as we keep doing this. Because, guys, like, college is not going to get cheaper. And you do one thing I love about having my own mindset and thinking, the Republicans know that the university cost is going to keep going up. How do I know that? Because, or if I'm running with that theoretical approach, they know it's going to go up because they're trying to tell you to go to 2 years. Now, you could do a trade or whatever. It's always good to do a trade. I did welding before going to get my associate's degree. Or I did some other trade stuff. Like, I know trade is not complicated. You just really got to learn that skill and perfect that skill. That's the hard part. It's not the footwork. It's more say, like, you're going to do footwork, but it's more say learning the actual skill. Because if the skill don't click for you, it don't click. That's one thing about trades and skills. So, they're being real. Like, you gotta think, man. Like I wish, like, man, we gonna have some economic people in here, but basic economics, man, cost is gonna rise. If cost is gonna rise, colleges gotta rise. They got lights and buildings and defects, and dining facilities and all these other things on these college campuses that gotta get paid for. Somebody gotta pay it. The states are not paying it unless you got a good state / governor who's gonna pay and put more money into higher education. And depending on what state, you gotta hope that they're splitting the cost between higher education and K through 12, or because education could be combined and you split money with two different entities. So we have to keep that in mind, and that's what Linda is talking about on that video. I got another video about Linda, but that is what Linda is talking about with that. She's talking about they're trying to expand, the One Big Beautiful Bill will expand access to workforce training. Personally, workforce training, a lot of people, if I'm speaking for some people in America, some people feel like, hey man, it's not safe for me to go straight into the workforce. If you really thinking radically, like depending on your job, if it's a essential worker job, not corporate, you good. If it's essential, you good. You gonna be good. But if it's like a corporate job and you trying to make me go do corporate work, you can still lose your job. One thing, you can go pick up another job, but you can lose your job. Trades, they gonna be good. Trades gonna be good. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like trades not gonna be good. I just prefer my trades people, do your trade. But at the end of the day, I see plenty of trade instructors who went to business school. They say, I got my trade, I'm gonna go to business school, and then I'm gonna learn economics, I'm gonna learn business a little bit so I can run my business. Everybody know what supply and demand is, and I know one thing, doing this live screen, it's a lot of demand for people out there trying to save money in college, but they ain't watching the video, so that means they don't really want to save no money in college. That's all I'm saying. So right here, we got another video from Linda real quick before we go to the next segment. Linda says the Trump administration uncovered that fraudsters, that's it right? Fraudsters?
What is it?
Fraudsters, like, go look at it. Fraudsters? The Trump administration uncovered that fraudsters, it's like fraud, it's fraud obviously, but it's like tours. Fraudsters, I think. Look. Fraudsters? That's a word? Oh, wow. The Trump administration uncovered that fraudsters are stealing upwards of $1 billion in taxpayer dollars per year. We are cracking down on fraud by implementing in-person ID checks, ensuring real students receive aid they need. All right, I don't know how this we got to listen to this. I don't know how that's going to help. Doing in-person ID, real in-person IDs. I don't know how that's going to help, but let's see.
An aggressive effort is now underway by the U.S. Department of Education to try to crack down on what's been described as unprecedented fraud. Criminals, often living overseas, are stealing millions of financial aid dollars, particularly at community colleges. It stems from a little-known problem now referred to as ghost students. They are literally haunting our nation's colleges and universities. So-called ghost students, often part of transnational criminal organizations, enrolling in classes and filling up spots, many times resulting in wait lists and a loss of available financial aid for legitimate students.
These students can sign up for a class. They can use AI to submit a couple of essays or tests or whatever they're doing and get past the first semester.
Secretary of Education Linda Mcmahon told us measures have already been put into place to try to crack down and verify students are who they say they are.
In person, go to the college, you show your ID, prove who you are. Or if you're going to do it remotely, it's very easy with today's technology to hold up a license or whatever your photo ID is next to your face. Do it on a Zoom call.
Patterns can include hundreds of applications coming from the same place in a 24-hour period. Addresses or phone numbers that don't match the given name. The information is sometimes made up and sometimes stolen with costly consequences. Any idea how much money we're talking here?
Well, we've had estimates here that we believe it is probably as much as $1 billion billion
taxpayer
dollars.
money.
Taxpayer money per year.
A different kind of fraud hitting colleges and universities. The plan to stop it now underway. The Department of Education's identity verification program launched in June and is now underway. The secretary told me a big part of the effort moving forward will be using AI to fight AI.
All right, I already know what they're gonna use, but I ain't gonna say it. I can't be doing that. I already know what company they're gonna use. Just know I'm invested in that company. I know what company they're gonna use. AI to fight AI. It's only one company out there that can do this type of work, and I'm not gonna say it. But what I am gonna say, Ghost students, they could have came up better with something. They could have said Casper students. I think Casper students would have been funnier and a little more realistic. All right, I don't doubt that people are doing AI things to get tax money or tax debt to get money from financial aid. I don't doubt that. Using AI, I definitely believe that. They were using AI they're using AI right now to make fake websites of colleges where people think they're enrolling into a college, but they're not. It's a fake. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at one of them. It looks pretty real. Like, it looks pretty real. Like, there's some fake college websites that look real, but they build it with AI. And if you're not really educating yourself on what AI looks like, and you're taking it for granted, you will be scammed severely, because AI is real. People are using it right now to scam people. You got people using it for good, people using it for bad, of course. And so people are taking advantage. They say they got $1 billion in taxpayer dollars. I don't know how true that is, of course, but all I'm gonna say is this: it's coming from the Secretary of Education. I gotta run with that and listen to that. That's really serious, because I know for sure though that is happening. So in order for them to crack back on this, or help with this, or crack down on this, you're gonna have to go to the school. No more showing up virtually or doing everything online. In this instance, you have to go to the school and show proof and show your documentation that you have an ID, social security number, all these other valid things that you have to do, because right now they are making a big chunk. But Ghost students is crazy though. Ghost students is wild. All right, so University of Chicago, that's a school name, University of Chicago. So Uchicago, not only as Uchicago, but University of Chicago cuts $100 million. If you know us, we were just talking about the University of Chicago not too long ago on the screen. We were just talking about them. So the private university is pulling back its spending on hiring. Apparently, the private university is pulling back its spending on hiring. The PhD programs, master's degree programs, and construction projects in the face of federal pressures and deficiencies in its $3.2 billion budget. So the private university is pulling back on its spending on hiring, PhD programs, master's degree programs, doing construction projects in the face of federal pressures. And so they have a $3.2 billion deficient budget. They say internally funded PhD students are set to drop 30% by 2030-31. 2030-31. Let me say that again. The University of Chicago, their internally funded PhD students are set to drop by 30% by 2030 to 2031. And then faculty hiring is also projected to slate by 30%. The Uchicago is on the verge, or we are watching Uchicago become a not so much powerhouse no more in education due to money. People follow sports. People follow sports. It's weird and it's kind of interesting. People follow sports, but people don't follow education. People don't think education schoolhouses can't lose their rankings. Like, it's not gonna be on the list it's gonna be like, you know how you got Wall Street? It's gonna be in the streets of the halls. I would say the hallways. People talk. People are gonna talk on hallways and campuses. Like, people still going to some schools as if these schools hold the same weight. A lot of these institutions don't hold the same education weight as they did 10 years ago or 20 years ago. You wouldn't know that. Of course, most people don't know that. Most people don't think that because they think these schools just hold their same credibility for, some do hold it for decades, but a lot of them don't hold it. Like, I know for sure some schools that was better 10 years ago, but they're not worth crap now. They did not age. They're not worth the investment no more. And so you have to keep that in mind. And so the University of Chicago, they're declining. If you plan on getting your education there, and you know, like, what are some signs that it's not gonna be worth much no more? Okay, they're supposed to be a University of Chicago. Let me look them up actually, because I know for sure they're a private institution, private research institution, right? University of Chicago. Yeah. So the University of Chicago, which is in Chicago, Illinois, they are Illinois. They are a private research institution, right? Private university. And so by them being a private university, oh wow, didn't see that. I got a little, see, Fox 32 in Chicago just told me something. So by them being a private research university, the school might not be doing much research no more. You might go to the school, and a prime example would be like, yeah, you learn how to do this at University of Chicago, right? And they'll be like, no, we didn't learn how to research at University of Chicago. And they'll be like, what? It's a research institution. And they'll be like, yeah, we didn't I didn't. Some people don't even know a school is a research institution. Me, prime example. When I picked the school, the graduate school I'm at now, GSU, Georgia State, I didn't know it was a research institution. I was like, what that mean? So I asked my big bro, who good at financial aid, I said, hey, they y'all a little hard. What is this? They want to do this. And he was like, oh, dang, you went to what's the name? So-and-so. And I was like, what that mean? He was like, it's a research institution. I was like, what that mean? He was like, they research. He was like, something that you probably would write, theoretical framework, get some citations. He was like, nah, you're going to be looking up data, researching, and really backing up what you're saying. They're more cracked down on credible information and researching harder. More reading, more researching, more reading, more researching, and writing. So schools are losing that credibility because of this. Like, prime example, based on Google, they're saying the Google right now, I usually go on the school website sticker price, but right now in this moment, University of Chicago charges $67,000 in tuition and fees. Are you even worth that? Are people even going to school that much to even want to pay that? Then it says on the other hand, why would people pay that much money to go to a school anyway if they're not even getting good jobs for paying that much money? So then that's a whole nother argument, right? But we're going to stay right here on University of Chicago. They ain't doing so well. Oh, did you notice, Alex? Guess who founded the University of Chicago? Guess who founded it? John D. Rockefeller. Dang. John D. Rockefeller. Or Rockefeller founded the University of Chicago. I did not know that. Dang. Y'all know his wife founded Spelman, right? Y'all know his wife founded Spelman, right? All right now. Wow. That's why they call it Laura Spelman Rockefeller. Spelman College, founded by the Rockefellers. Rockefellers, man. I did not know he founded the University of Chicago, though. Wow. Boy, education is powerful, man. Go to college, man. Go to college. I'm bringing this up in class. I did not know that. Dang. I knew the other part. I knew Laura Spelman Rockefeller. I knew she founded Spelman, the HBCU. But I did not know he founded the University of Chicago. That's all I'm gonna say. Wow, that's crazy. So the University of Chicago to cut spending by $100 million and reduce staff by 400. They are reducing their staff by 400 jobs. The University of Chicago. Rockefeller is not proud of this. He would not be proud of this right now. Such spending cuts will result in reducing its workforce by about 400 jobs, scale down infrastructure projects, and admitting fewer grad students. Less people are graduating from the University of Chicago. Less people probably are enrolling. Less people probably are enrolling at the University of Chicago, and it seems like I don't know if when they say workforce, I don't know if they're talking about, yeah, they talking about University of Chicago. Okay, good. So the University of Chicago leaders announced last week that they aim to reduce spending by $100 million a year, resulting in the reduction of its staff by about 400 workers in the wake of the loss of federal funding. If your school was relying on federal funding and spending their money recklessly, they are feeling it right now. They are feeling it right now. You're feeling it right now. It's funny because I want to say the higher education bubble is being popped in right now in front of us. I want to say the higher education bubble is being popped right in front of us right now. Many people might not care about this higher education bubble being popped right now, but it's going to hurt you as a student. And you will see. By fall 2026, you will see. You will see. Fall 2026, you will see. A lot of you are going to feel a difference. If you don't feel it, your parents going to feel it. Like, and then whoever works in higher education, you work at a university, you better be putting your chips, what they call, you better be putting your chickens on the side. You better be putting your chickens on the side. If they cut 400 workers this year, and they're doing $100 million a year cutback, that means they got to let go, I'm assuming. That means they should have to let go another 400 workers next year until they get to where they're going. Colleges are downsizing. It's not a bad thing. They just got to restructure their budget. Less people are going to be able to get into college. Education is going to be high demand. That's basic supply and demand. When you got I believe one of my people in the live screen said that, G, shout out to G. G saying college is kind of like everybody's getting a degree. It's kind of oversaturated. So right now it's a overabundance of supply. And then not enough demand, which is, if I'm not mistaken, creates a shortage, I believe. So that's not right. Yeah, it's not a big demand for higher education right now, but a lot of people are doing it and getting it. So it's creating shortages and jobs. Yeah, I think I said that right. It seems like I said it right. It flows, it makes sense. Because when you have a lot of people who are coming out of college to get jobs, guess what happens? It's oversaturated in the job market. People got to lose jobs. All right? That's all I'm going to leave it at because I ain't the biggest economic person right now. But when I start getting my economic people in here who went to school for it, and they know economics pretty good, supposedly, boom. We bring some people on. When I bring my people on who know economics, and I'm like, hey, look, I'll be talking about this. They gonna be like, yeah, that makes sense, Henry. I'll be like, appreciate you. So yeah, man, that's a sign. If you work at the University of Chicago, if you work at Uchicago, what they call it, you need the boop boop. You need to go ahead and be getting out of there if you work there. And my students, you better be looking to transfer. It's a lot of schools out here losing accreditation. I don't think University of Chicago would lose it, but I'm just saying. If a school ain't what it used to be, you paying about this much money to go here, you need to go ahead and get up out of there. My perspective. So right here, the University of Chicago, they say right here what we know. The University of Chicago president, Paul Ali Vitassos, if I said that right. But the University of Chicago president, wrote in an announcement that the staff reductions are aimed at putting the institution on a more stable financial footing. It says, despite managing ongoing budget challenges in recent years, he wrote, the federal policy changes are creating new financial liabilities. So now you see what I'm saying? Now this is the part where I be telling you guys they're going to blame it on the Trump administration. I am a nonpartisan person, but this budget been messed up. That's what I don't like. These budgets been messed up for like a decade. I haven't been out of high school for a decade. These budgets been messed up for like a decade. Now you want to say, oh, due to recent federal policy changes, now we got to cut 400 people jobs. Blame it on the new administration. So what happened in the last administration with Joe Shiesty, real quick? What happened? They didn't do nothing because they was running on broken fundamentals. We are producing more kids with debt. That's some real bleep for real for you. We are producing more kids turn into adults with debt. They get more debt, then they don't even get a job when they graduate college. In most cases. Don't believe the internet. People are saying, oh, I get a job, I got a job. Don't believe the internet. People are not getting jobs, man. It's just specifically young, older and younger. They're not getting jobs. It's hard out here for people. People are shacking up, man. And it started with education. I know you're like, oh, why go to college? Because then what job you gonna get? Think about how many people are applying to jobs who don't have an education. So you better go get something. Or you get in where you fit in. Everything revolves around education, whether you like it or not. Like I say, your household, you being a parent, you going to school, you learning education on the street from a homeless person, that's education. Everything revolves around education. You playing sports, you can't advance yourself as an athlete, like we talked about with Doc Rivers, the NBA player. Coach, used to be NBA player. Like, he even said it. He was like 20-something. Back then. You think we don't need education now? Because you got a few technology devices you probably can't even operate? I'm on y'all head with this one. I'm on y'all head with this one like a guitar. Do you not know we use probably 10% of this iPhone I got? I probably use probably like 10% of it. My laptop, I probably use 15% of it. These technology devices we have are so powerful that if you went and took a actual workshop training, which I know most people don't do because we use the computers and phones for basic needs, making me think, should I get a flip phone again? But we use everything to 10 to 15% maybe capacity, and they still give us new ones because they know you're going to buy them. Just got some education. That's all I'm saying. But the University of Chicago, man, they're in a bind. They're in a bind. University of Chicago. And then right here it said Northwestern University made a similar announcement earlier. Let's see what it's talking about. Hold on real quick. Sidebar. Northwestern? What? July 20. Did I cover that? If not, I'm going to cover it real quick. So July 29th, they said Northwestern University says it's eliminating more than 400 jobs to close its budget deficit. Whoa. Now, guys, the only reason I'm saying whoa to this because Northwestern University produces, like, they said the College Scorecard said that this school produces, like, students who get, like, who make, like, $100,000 when they graduate from this school. They usually make about 100,000. They make over 100,000. They make right at 100,000 usually. So seeing that is very surprising. I'm about to see what was going on. Let me see real quick. Let me see something right quick, guys. Yeah, so it's really real. Okay, they really did that. Yeah. They cut about 400 jobs. So, ooh, that's interesting. Oh, they did it too because of federal funding release. A lot of schools that make this money, guys, they make me curious to see why they can't use their own money because of federal funding, and they're so quick to go release and fire people at their job. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. One of the strategic moves. I had some other reasons why I left my last job in higher education. It was at a university, but I was thinking legitly. I was thinking pretty smart. Like this federal funding, people losing jobs, bro. That's real, man. And so it said right here that Northwestern University eliminated. This is by Fox 32. They reported this on Alex Ortiz. Published it July 29th, 2025. I think we covered this, but I don't remember them because I gave them a good review, a pretty good review. I said, if you got the money to go here, you should go here. But I was like, if I was transferring here, I wouldn't transfer here because they charge a lot of money to go to school there. So, if I'm transferring from a 2-year, I'm not going to no school about to pay 6 figures. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just not doing it. Maybe for my legacy, but not me. So, Northwestern University announced on Tuesday that it will eliminate more than 400 jobs, about half of which are vacant, to help close a budget gap amid mounting financial pressures. Like a lot of schools are feeling these financial pressures, guys. And the higher ed bubble might not be colleges shutting down, but it might be universities / colleges firing a lot of staff members, getting rid of degree programs, getting rid of professors, faculty, all the professors that fall under that category, right? That's what a higher education bubble looks like right now for us. And what could that mean for you? That can mean like, look, you might went to this school your freshman year, right? And you plan on doing a specific major, but they cut that major. Now you're stuck at this school. Or you can go home with your student loans. You can go back home with your student loans and go to another school and hope they don't cut your major as well. Because you're so stuck on going to a university, no offense. You're so stuck on going to a university that you just probably don't realize like what you're in right now. You feel like every school is taking away your major. Like my major is getting hit, social sciences and stuff. But I know that because I'm following the stories right now. So I just say pay attention. Pay attention. All right, let's get into our college breakdown. We got some school. We got a school. What school? What school? What school? We're gonna break down. What school? We're gonna break down, guys. It's only an hour and 30 minutes now, guys. Hey, look, got stuff to do. Got stuff to do. Got stuff to do. Look. Look. What college we got? What college we got, baby? What college we got? Nah, I need another college, man. I need another college. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me another one, man. Give me another one, B. Give me another one, B. Nah, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. That. Look for this school. Did we do that one? Let's see. Yeah, I can do these. Let's do Kent State University. I feel like some people go to Kent State who might be dropping in here. Let's do Kent State University. If you go to Kent State University, let me know, because I don't know. I have never. The only time I heard about this school, sports. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, which could not be a good thing. Kent State University. The first thing popped up is football. Look. Let's see what their football score look like. First, they popped up with football. I'm about to roast them real quick. I bet it was bad. I bet it was bad. Never want to pop up no more. Oh, they won their first game. Look at them. Look at Kent State. They won. Look at them. They won the first game. They ain't gonna be winning when they play Oklahoma. Paying all this money. Let's see how much money they charge. All right, so we finna break down Kent State University. Smoke getting in my eyes. College Scorecard. Yeah. You better not play that theme music.
Alexa, stop the music.
That's if they give me a copyright strike. No, you good. This is Kent State. Why do you keep saying Kentucky? Lord. Kent State University in Kent, Ohio. That's the one we need. Kent State University at Kent, Ohio. Yeah, that's the one we want. All right, Kent State University. All right, as it loads up. Kent State University is a public research university. Okay, they're a research university in Ohio of the United States, in Kent, Ohio. They're Golden Eagle. They have $301 million in endowments. And yeah, they got some Google reviews. I ain't gonna lie, y'all better read them Google reviews on the best things you can get on the. Besides me, those are some organic people who probably went to the school and visited the school. I have not visited the school. So Kent State University at Kent, they have about 19,000 undergraduate students. It's a 4-year. It's public. It's in a suburban area. They got a large population of students. So their graduation rate is 64%. That is slightly over the midpoint, which is 58%. The average annual cost to go to Kent State University is about $9,600, pretty much. Yeah, $19,600 to go to Kent State University. $19,600. Now let's go see their real sticker price on the actual school website. Let's go see their sticker price. Let's see. Let me see. Oh no. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna go off this. That's their school website. Wait. We got 2 of them. They got probably 2 legit ones. Any day today. Don't you when you click on something, it don't work fast like it would need to? Wow. Why is this so? All right. So guys, if you go to Kent State University, you are looking at, if you are an Ohio resident, I always do if you are a resident of that state, like Ohio resident, because if you go to school out of state, you're paying double or triple the price, 2x or 3x the price. So tuition alone at this school, is this for the year? Yeah. So your cost for the year, guys, is about $13,445. That's for tuition alone. But right here, they're giving me the tuition per credit hour. What's good with you, G? What's good with you, G? Welcome, welcome. Let me see. Yo, you good. Hour 30, on time. What we at? 610, 75 times 12, 7,000, yeah, times 2, 1468, yeah. So that's about right. So for the year, you're looking at about $13,445, but you have to include food and housing, which is an additional $14,000. It's an additional $14,000, pretty much. So your average tuition, you're looking at about 27 grand if you go to Kent State. Kent State is saying, like, if you're an in-state resident, you know, this doesn't include if you get financial aid, you're an undergraduate student, but their sticker price is saying that you're going on their campus website, you're going to pay $27,365. That is a lot of money, guys. That is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And I don't know what Kent State University is known for personally. I don't personally know what they're known for. And then the return on investment. Guys, I say you'll pay $27,000, you're finna laugh at this. 27,000 times 4. That's 108,000. They're saying that after going to college at Kent State University for like this, that includes you staying on campus and everything. You know, y'all love to get meals and staying on dorms and partying and drinking your life away on campus. So after having a good time, you know, you had a good time in college, right? Yeah, okay. Look, your return on investment, and after being 10 years removed from the campus, according to the College Scorecard, you are expected to make about, and they always say this is like financial aid related, like financial aid students, but you are expected to make about $45,000 after being 10 years removed from the institution. That's on the high end, $45,000. So in that 10-year period, you either gonna be making at 45 or under 45. And I'm gonna keep some real straight and blunt with y'all real quick. Please clip this. Please, man, say I'm a Republican, whatever. Look, I didn't go to school and I didn't pay no $27,000 a year to make $45,000 a year. Did that come out right? I didn't go to nobody's school to pay $27,000 a year, which is $100 and some $1,000 overall. That's a house somewhere. I didn't pay $108,000 of school to only make $45K. You can get that at a 2-year college. Now, let me see what my boy G said before I keep going. That is wild. Wow. It's a bit wild. G said, "Sup, I'm late. I've been busy today." I bet you have been busy closing deals. Had to go out of town. How have you been? I've been pretty good, G. Been pretty good. Normal. Staying consistent. Oh, you ain't throw me off. You ain't throw me off by a long shot. Yeah, we getting busy. We getting to the end. Kent State University, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't looking good for you right now. Kent State University is not looking good. So students who return after their first year is a C, 78%. Ain't looking good. So the debt, your typical debt here is gonna be $24,500. That's gonna be your typical debt. 53% of their students receive federal loans, which ain't good because they put a cap on it. So if you already putting out loans at this school, it's gonna be hard for you to get loans for graduate school. Keep that in mind. And so you have a 68% chance of making more than a high school graduate. I'm gonna go ahead and be real with you. You might as well go and get a certificate at 2-year. You make a person at a 2-year has a higher job placement than you. A person at a 2-year get an associate's degree, I have a 99% chance of getting a job. Why? Because I'm going to school at my community college. My community college holds more weight in my community. So when I get this associate's degree at a 2-year that's in the community, people know about it, they're going to hire me because I went to the community college there. I know people in my community. I worked with the people in the community. That means if you went to a 2-year that's in a little city, but that city has you might get lucky. Like me, my city had air flat. So I was able to meet people from AFLAT. If I wanted to go for a corporate job, I could have got in at AFLAT if I really wanted to. See, people don't think about that. AFLAT is a Fortune 500 company. No, I don't think they're Fortune 500, but they are definitely in the stock market. Let me ask. Let's see real quick. Let's see. Hey, G, did you know John D. Rockefeller founded Uchicago, the University of Chicago? Did you know that? I did not know that. I know his wife founded Spelman, but I did not know John D. Rockefeller. I ain't going corporate. Answer my question. I ain't going corporate. What's what I said? I figured you knew that, G. I figured you knew, G. I ain't had nobody talk to about it, so I was like really shocked. I did not know I did not know Rockefeller. I was about to say Rockefeller. I did not know the Rockefeller, John D. Rockefeller. I did not know he founded University of Chicago. And then G said he gave the endowment. Oh, wow. And then people don't even know G, his wife founded Spelman. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't even know that. People don't know that. So it says right here, you let them tell it. Okay, AFLAT on their website, it's on their investor relations. AFLAT Incorporated is a Fortune 500 company. It has provided financial protection and peace of mind for more than 68 years. And I got a fun fact about AFLAT. I learned something at my undergraduate school about AFLAT. I ain't gonna say it right now though, because I had to go relearn it to make sure I say it right, and I don't want to get off track. So back to Kent State University. Ain't education wonderful? They say don't go to college. Don't go to college. Keep getting robbed blindly. Don't go to college. Keep letting them take your money. Crazy. So, test scores. Kent State has an 87% acceptance rate. I know why they got an 87% rate. 87% rate. Shoot, Kent State on the brinks. Kent State going through it. Kent State does not require the SAT or ACT test, but, you know, they don't require it, so you don't have to take it. But you want to know why they don't require the SAT, ACT? Because they need students. They need students, man. They hurt. They charging 100. They charging 6 figures. Look, their football team ain't good. They football team struggling. And the football team struggling. They going through it. Look, they spending all this money on football probably. They struggling. They probably pay the coach 6 figures or more for a losing football program. Kent State University, man. What do I rate Kent State University? I rate them an F. I wouldn't go here if it was the last school next to my 2-year school. I wouldn't go there. I'll stop at my 2-year. Freaking terrible school. Taking these kids' money. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? I don't think they got enough fight to fight me. That's how sorry this school is. Let me see what G said. I'm mad I even gave that school a review. So G said, why you ain't go corporate? Yeah, he gave the endowment, LOL. He was the richest man in the world at one time. He was. Yeah, John D. Rockefeller, he had a monopoly on the railroads, man. He had a monopoly on the railroads. Still do probably, for all we know. But yeah, he got his hands in everything. For many people that don't know about John D. Rockefeller, I'm not a professor by any means, but you might want to learn about Rod. He is part of like the Industrial Revolution and all that good jazz. Like if you want to go deep dive into archives, like YouTube videos, y'all probably seen shows. I'm pretty sure, I don't doubt it. I'm pretty sure shows on YouTube or Netflix, one of them. They're all red. Oil was his game. Yeah, that oil, he on that oil, man. That oil back in the day. That oil, that was like the new. Gee, do you think crypto is the new oil? Let me get your perspective on that. Or do you think Bitcoin is the new oil? I say oil. How you say oil, G? You say oil or you say oil? That's how you know, G. I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna wait to see how G pronounces it on the text. I'm like, G, how you pronounce oil? You pronounce oil or oil? I say oil. Like, people probably say ravioli. I say ravioli. Either. Oh, okay. Either. What about the you think Bitcoin the new oil? I'm gonna say oil this time. You think Bitcoin the new oil? Before we head out. I'm country kind of. You didn't answer my question though about the oil and the Bitcoin. Nope. LOL. Oh, okay. Okay. I was just asking because I know you said you made an early move on Bitcoin, so I didn't know if it was gonna be the new, So, what do you theoretically think will be the next oil? Yeah. What do you think will be the next oil? I want to hear your perspective on that real quick. And we ain't hit the 1:30 mark yet, so we got 10 minutes left. 1:30 is the new deadline. Your boy got to do some schoolwork. G said Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only ones worth it. You know some. Hey, you know some. Data is going to be the new oil? Disclaimer, we're not financial advisors, but we are having a very intellectual conversation. So, data, please give me your justification. Let me know where I need to go. It already kind of, okay. Data. But why data? What does the data serve? What, the data centers, stuff like that? Like the data centers that are used for AI in that case? Or I'm going left. Well, I'm left-handed. Or am I going right? Let's see what G gonna get with this. Conversations you can't get in the classroom. That's why. Check them out. Yeah, the data. So what? Consolidating the data, centralizing it. Is that the reason? Exactly for AI. G time. The data centers, man. So you think those data centers for real? They for real, huh? AI and robots in game. Ooh. You think robots are for real? I know we use them like when you go to restaurants. Like I see them used in restaurants. And on the Georgia Tech campus, G, they had the robots like, bringing the food to the students. The students would be like in a library and they'll make the order and the robot bring the food outside. But to get there, you need data. Yeah, you know something. That makes sense. You know something. That's where when I research a little bit, putting the pieces together, it goes toward that. But yeah. Doubling down. I'm doubling down on something for real. Cause that's gonna cost energy. Hint, hint. Yeah, robots definitely. Okay. Robots. Who's a leader in the robot space? Robots are real. Okay. Would you say Elon is a leader in the robot industry? Would you say he's leading right now, or you would say he's just how people just say like, oh yeah, that's the leader in robots, but not really. Who you think is the leader in robots? Look it up. Who's the leader in robots? Oh, I would definitely look that up. Let's see. He ain't no leader, but he got skin in the game. There are quite a few companies. All right, I'm gonna show you what Google gave me initially. This is what Google gave me. He's the biggest name, but not necessarily the biggest. Ooh, boss talk. There you go, G. You ain't saying no. You been saying boss talk in a minute, but you been saying some boss move stuff lately. Been hitting back on them boss moves talking lately. All right, these the ones I got from Google. Real quick, G. These the ones I got from Google. Let me see. Hold on real quick. There you come. Yeah. These are the ones that popped up. These ticker symbols. That's what popped up. Let me see. Those look any recognizable? There is a few focused directed on autonomous robots. Which is the real end game? End game. Oh, they did pop up when you said that. They did pop up. I never heard of them. Wow. Parent organization of Boston Dynamics is Hyundai Motor Company. Interesting. I've been seeing them dolls up here. I've been seeing them little dolls they make right there. What them little dolls do? Gee, what these little dolls do? You gonna tell me what these little dolls do? They don't bark. They look creepy. What those little dolls be doing? I'm curious. I don't know what these little dolls be doing. I don't know what they be doing. Yeah, they go use them for. Surprisingly, I don't doubt it because the dolls look weird. They jump and flip now. Oh my goodness, they jump. I just seen a video when I looked it up. When I clicked on the company, I was like, what the world is doing tricks now? Yeah, they showing the video now. This is crazy. What a time. Be alive. What a time. So, all right. G, I appreciate you stopping in. We're going to live stream again Thursday. I appreciate you coming by for a little bit. I even appreciate the little bits. And then G said they got some really good human-sized robots. I'm going to check them out. And again, I appreciate you coming by for a little bit. And we will stay consistent as we keep saving up so we can upgrade this so you can see our engagements. Oh man, you good. Showing up is all that matters. Showing up, that's all that matters. And then you drop the like and the subscribe. I know you be liking and subscribing, so it don't even matter. Clip me up, tell people. I know you tell people. And you've been working hard, closing them deals. That's right, Peace Chicken Grease. Been working hard. So we'll be back Thursday, no problem. And then we'll have some better topics too. Nah, I tried. I've been trying. Don't worry. I've been trying. I'm trying to piece together some pieces. Hey, give me another hint. Come on, give me another hint. I bet you won't give me another hint. I feel like we'll get close though. I feel like we get close. I don't need another hint. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, peace, chicken grease. And I'll see you Thursday if you can make it. And keep closing them deals. Keep closing them deals too. Keep closing them deals. I'll catch you later.